Hello everybody, it's time again to do a retro CSS daily target. Today I'll be doing July 25th, 26th, and 27th from 2023. These are all ones I've done before, but I try to look at them fresh and take a new approach. There's always more different CSS battle approaches to be done. Some that you will do will be worse or less good scores than me, and some will be much better. But here's my takes. All right, let's get started here with, I don't know, it's like two gauges. Like maybe they're weird pipes. Maybe they're, I don't know what they are. But there are a few elements here, right? I have a little bit of a concern. What are the concerns? Well, what are these things? Is this 4 elements that are overlaid? Is this 2 elements that are specific? Kind of hard to tell. Is one the flip of the other? So if I make one, then I'm good. Could you do this with box shadow of one element and then of the other? No, probably not, because the outline of this guy isn't quite gonna do what we want it to do. So let's get started. We'll do the blank template and start with the shapes that are lowest in a Z index. I guess in theory these could all be done using almost any of these shapes could be done only with backgrounds on the body, right? Folks like Lynn Fisher do incredible illustrations and only use a single div, like literally a single div is the name of her site, which is tremendous. And then by using variations of that, you can get incredible illustrations. But for our purposes of less code, which is not necessarily in opposition to a single div, let's go with 2 elements that are very similar but not the same. Okay, so let's see what we do here. I kind of wonder if we're gonna do the first 2 bars that are behind to begin with, and for that we need backgrounds, and let's display flex, and let's have a background of this color, and things need a width. We need a gap, and then let's make our margins so that they work with that. So they got to be taller. 10, 10, 9. I think it might be 9, and then we want to move over the one on the left a little bit more. 100. 10, 20, 10, 5, 115, and then so the width is looking like 30, 30, and that gap needs to go up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 110. Okay, so that's our start. So they need to be taller, a little bit taller, like a baller. 3, 4, 5, 5, and then let's do a border radius. Because the width is 30, I think it's going to be 15 pixels, and yes, it is. Okay, so that's the easy part. The harder part is what's next. I find myself thinking about how to do these in a way that's smart. Well, one thing that we do is have this be a radial gradient. Strangely. Now, it's not really a great use case because we're going to have to do it again, but I wonder if we can do reuse it on the body in different locations. So let's see what that looks like. As silly as that might be, okay, radio gradient is a circle, and it starts with that orange, and then goes to the brown. Nope, that's not the brown. To the brown, and then goes out to, on this element, orange again. So like that. This approach might be dumb, maybe, but maybe it's not. At 40 pixels, so it's gonna be 50%, 40 pixels, something like that. 50, yeah, 50. We still have the problem of aligning both of them. And the second one needs to be slightly different. 4, 5, 110, 80. So that's too small. So let's make it bigger. 50. And then 60. And then lower, 9, 95. That kind of matches. It seems silly to do it that way. Okay, how about P plus B? Is that a transform scale Y minus 1? And does that match? Yes, it is. It does. So then, this is a lot of trouble. To use the border radius the way we have to make a narrow element, right? Like that's the thing. So these are the objects that we made. You would never put, even though they're paragraph elements, you would never put paragraphs inside them. I guess in theory we could do something like a P after. So what? P after, and I rarely use a P after. After is a very verbose syntax like that. Colon after, that's not as good as like even it's just this div, like div. But I have to do like content, and then I need to do a border. I need to do a height. What do we think that is? It's probably what, 100, because that inner radius is 50. So height and width 100. And background red. P after content. Display block. There they are. Is that silly? Kind of. It's kind of on the silly side. But let's go with it. Now I need to, set margins on these guys. 0, 0, 0, 0. Minus 50. And I need a border radius of 50%. And if I can align that, then I've got it. And is it possible that this will work for either one? Maybe. I have to say this feels like a very goofy solution, but maybe it's good. 45, 4, 1, 2, 3, 35. That's hilarious that it works both ways, but it makes sense because each of those elements and all of its, I guess, component parts are getting that transform. So it does make a certain amount of sense. It surprises me. It's one of the benefits of taking this, looking at this fresh every time, looking at these CSS problems, challenges, afresh each time, is that you might run into things that are nice and surprising, and so I can make that syntax a little more dense. And I'm going to minify. I've got a border radius of 115 pixels. That's too many. Why do I have that? That's strange. I don't guess I can use a percentage there, so I'm not going to try that. All right. Okay. How's that? That might be good. A very strange solution. If you had said, Joe, will you be using after on the solution for this? No, I would say no. That's a new high score for me, so I'll take it. Very goofy, very interesting. A fun reminder of the power of after. It's funny, I mentioned Lynn Fisher, and a lot of what she does in her illustrations is use after. Yeah. All right. Okay. 3 circles. Pretty straightforward. I don't think I'll be using after in this one. So what do I want there? Is it 3 radial gradients just placed? I think it is. I mean, that seems simple. So I'm going to use the blank template, but I don't think I need it. Let's see. I'm going to set that background, and then I'm going to make a radial gradient as a variable. Radial gradient circle. And I'll say, what's that, orange? 30%, and then transparent. And then on the background, I could just do var G. And then I need to double check. There we go. So too big. Could that be right? It could be right. And then I need 3 of them. I don't need this paragraph tag, do I? And then by moving this over 50%, 10%, minus 10 pixels. And then this is what is 3%, 50 pixels. Okay. What do we need to do there? Minus 50 pixels, minus 60 pixels. Sure. And so is this one 60 pixels, 50 pixels? Maybe. So that's 3 radial gradients and a very terse syntax. Now, why am I doing this background here? So I could do that, but then I only get 1, right? Because that's the whole background, and that's going to cover the whole thing. So we can't do that. But I don't think we need this comma. Yeah, we don't need that comma. And that's it. I think that's it. Get out while it's good. A few more spaces I can remove, and this might be better than what I've done in the past also. There we go. Code golf, all done. 3 radial gradients on a body, and we're done. Oh, what's this guy? So first blush is always for things that are triangles to do clip paths, because I do love a clip path. Trying to think if there's something different that I want to do with that. Maybe. The only way to do it is to do it, so let's do it. All right. I think I am going to do a clip path, but I'm going to do 2 elements that are reflected. So let's set a background color on body. Or is this 2 elements that are placed one on top of the other, and they're both clip paths? Is that, like, I'm trying to think through what's faster, and maybe that's actually the best. Even if I did it before, maybe that's fine. So, because they're gonna have the same clip path, right? So P plus P is gonna have a different background. So background, so let's say B, the second one is gonna be white in color, and the first one is gonna have a bar, BG, or a B, or a default of this blue color. And make sure, so there we got 2 elements. So let's put the first one into place. And I think for this we can't use margins in quite the same way, so we won't. But we do need to, so we're going to var this as well. Var m colon, or this default. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or for sure. And then the height, we're also going to var, or 100, and then we'll be able to set the second element to have different bars. And if we do it right and efficiently enough, then and we set the margin. So that's the first one. Where's the clip path, Joe? Here it is. 3 points. And that's 50% over and 0% down. That's the top. 100% over and 100% over. That's the bottom right corner. And 0, 100%, and there's your triangle. That's what a triangle is. Okay, so the margins are a little bit wrong there. Looks like 41, 42. Looks like 41, 42. And then we need to set the margins of the second one. And that's going to be 2 numbers, so minus 50 and 50, 60, minus 150, there it is, 6, 7, 8, 9, minus 200, and then we need to change the height with a variable. This is not too bad. I think that I don't remember how I did the first one, but the first time I did this, but it doesn't matter. So it's taller, 150, 160. That seems to be aligning nicely. So now if I change this margin again, 8, 9, 10, 100, 110, 111, 12. That might be a match. Let's see if that's a 100% match. I don't see any flutter when I swipe back and forth with a diff, so this could be good. That is 100% match. We'll take it. I don't see any other optimizations. We'll minify, unit replace, and resubmit for our final score. And it's a new high score. And that's it. That's how we do it. So that's July 25th, July 26th, and July 27th of 2023. Maybe better times, maybe worse times. I don't know. It's different times. And thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing, look forward to recording more of these because I enjoy doing them. Have a great day. Take care out there. Bye-bye.